Hey guys, we're back. We're back in the unit working on Rachel's VXR. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, we bought her a VXR and we done a couple of wee mods to it, including painting the wee bits of the seat white. I'm looking at the camera to see if I can actually point it to it. These two wee bits here, absolutely brilliant. A lot of pink stuff going on in the car. Next up is alloy wheels. Now, if I take you around, just walk backwards casually, crouch down. Ugh. She's got the diamond cut alloy wheels and they're not too good. If I can spin you round. So, as I say, in fact it's not even that bad. However, like wee bits like this, as you can see, it's taking a chunk of the tyre out. We are going to get 4 new tyres. We're just going to get 2 this month and then 2 next. We're not loaded. Especially after buying a car. It's still the same month that I bought this, so we have actually covered quite a lot of things and there's still a lot to come. The next plus one is up here, so I'm going to show you how to fix that. And it's just going to be a quick wee sort of painting it gloss black. I think it would go better with the car, with the black roof up the top, the black grille and that, and obviously the seats are, everything else is black about it. So we'll get them painted gloss black in this episode and do a wee bit of refurbishment. But stay tuned, because in the background you might actually see some of the other stuff I'm working on, which will be the next episode. So stay tuned for that.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Come in.
Right, so I thought I'd quickly show this, how these work. Basically, you pop the centre cap off if you want to do them 2 separate colours. If I can catch into light. What you do is you can see all those different holes there. If I put that bit down and actually come to this bit itself, you can see all these wee tabs. You just basically poke them out and this bit comes separate. I think I'm going to do this white. I think the white on the black might be nice. I feel like pink maybe be a bit too much, but I could maybe try and put some pink in there. We'll see how I feel. But I think maybe white to go with the contrast of the motor would be quite nice. But I'll keep sanding. So we're now on the floor. I'm down, knees on the floor, hands here. And I've finished sanding, masking as good as it needs to be. And I'm going to go in now and touch up these areas. In fact, if I can get over it so that you can sort of see. Instead of sanding through that there, what I'm going to do, if I create a shadow, can't really create a shadow. That's a low spot because obviously we've sanded through to cut out this mark. Same round about here. What I'm going to do is come in with my body filler. Multi-purpose body filler, put a wee layer on and then also sand it, and if there's any more, put a second layer on, sand that. But that's probably going to do it. There's actually not a lot in this, maybe just a wee bit on this corner here. Wee bit. The front wheel's really bad, to be honest. I think when I'm going for new tyres for these, I'm going to go up a size, give myself a wee bit of a lip to Right, so you see me there go round and I've got all this stuff left over, and you can sort of tell when it starts to go hard that it starts to go off, like it starts to go that crummy way is probably the best way to describe it, like it just starts to flake apart. In fact, put it in here. It starts to go like a flaky way, that's when you know it's starting to go off, and it's actually a good indication. But this is starting to get hard now. Right, if I just, you can hear that. It's starting to get hard already, which means I definitely put the hardener in that covers enough. So we'll just leave that for a wee bit and then I'll come back in and sand.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we gonna light it up just like the sunrise.
Right, so I've actually got these 2 wee bits which are the centre caps. I'm going to paint them. I'm going to quickly sand these off camera. Same again, 240 grit. it should be plenty, and then I'll wrap some masking tape up in a wee ball and then just stick them onto the floor so that they don't move while I'm spray painting. But I'm going to get onto that just now.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air.
Right, so I've allowed that to dry. It's dried up pretty well, roughly about 15 minutes. I gave it a second coat, so that's now been another 15 minutes, and now I'm on to gloss black. It's just the same make. I always recommend that you use the same brand when it comes to using primers and things like that. I've had it before where it reacts and it's a bit of a nightmare. What I'm going to do is unmask all this, because we're spraying black on a black tyre. Any overspray that's grey will just be covered up with black now. It's not ideal, but it can be done. So you'll just see me now unmask everything. Right, so I've actually just went over and gave it a second coat. I didn't bother filming it, but I've managed to get like good coverage. I don't know how else to explain it. I've been over it and just went over it again, just giving it a more heavy coat than the first one. The first one's obviously sort of like a tack coat, second being a heavy coat, and then third and final will be like the wet coat. And then that'll be us pretty much, and then we'll be getting ready to go on to clear. It is currently, if my watch wants to go, Sunday at 2:10 in the morning, and I've still got 2 other wheels to do. Fantastic. Right, third coat is now on. I am now on to a primer. This is a primer, sorry. Clear coat. I've got this Opel clear coat, and I've got about 2-3 cans of it, so hopefully that'll be enough to do 4 wheels. That should be enough. 2 cans should be enough. But these have turned out fantastic. I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like this is probably one of the best paint jobs I've ever done in terms of gloss black wheels. They're very, very shiny. But anyway, we'll put the clear coat on. The thicker we can put the clear coat on, the more we have in terms of, like, we can work up our sandpapers until it's proper glass finish. I don't know how far I'll be getting into that, but I'd like to get in like a good layer of primer, clear coat on, sorry, so that I can give myself possibly next weekend some time to cut into them.
When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me.
I don't know how I've managed to do it, but I've managed to cut myself painting wheels. Like, how's that managed to happen? But anyway, that's them sort of dry, and I can put them back on the car and get the next set over. It still needs a polish, but you kind of want the clear coat to completely cured by the time you start doing that. So I'm going to be waiting until tomorrow, well today, later on today technically, to polish them, give them a good 12 hours or so to sort of dry. But I'm going to move on to the next ones, and I'm not going to film it, but I'll come back and do the polishing with these.
A few moments later.
Right, so that's us, both sides done and dusted. It is now, if my my watch wants to focus, what's that say, like 20 to 7 in the morning, and we're done. It's been a long night, I'm not going to lie. It's easier, so much easier when you're doing all 4 in the one go, but I only had 2 axle stands, so I could only do one side at a time. As you can see, I've left the white bits out, the wee Vauxhall logos. They are actually sitting on my bench now, just still drying. If you don't know anything about clear coat takes a wee while just to sort of harden. So, like, I'm going to leave this about 8 to 10 hours. Just leave the car sitting there as it is. It is dry to the touch, like all this stuff here, but if I go and push my finger onto it, like give it some pressure, I'll probably leave a fingerprint. If you've worked with clear coat before, you'll know that. So you're better leaving it a wee bit of time and then coming back and doing any touch-ups or whatever you need to do. But these turn out fantastic. They look so good on this car. I do like the diamond cut, but Rachel definitely done it right by saying get the gloss black, goes with the roof and stuff like that. Starting to look there. And next up on the list is obviously a big one that's going to change how the car sits completely. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.